Christ or Iglesianicristo.
And good morning, everyone, and welcome to INCRadio Florida. I'm one of your hosts this morning here on a beautiful, sunny Saturday morning, which is exactly the way we like it here in Florida. It's, of course, today's Saturday, June 29th. It's about 9:30 in the morning, and we're so excited that you're able to join us because we're going to have another exciting program for you here today. We're going to be talking about ways that you're going to be able to determine whether or not what you're looking at is real or not, because I think that's a real problem that we've got here with all of the social media that's out there today. But before we do that, we've got some international greetings because so many of you have gotten up early or stayed up late to watch us. And I want to toss it over to Sister Audrey to reach out and say hi to everybody. Good morning, Sister Audrey.
Yes. Thank you, Brother Robert. Good morning or good evening to all of you joining us on INCRadio Florida, depending on where you're from. Magandang gabi, ciao, and that's all I've got right now. Or hola, right?
Hola!
From Florida. No, but we are so excited for all of you to be joining us here on INCRadio Florida. We've got yet another exciting topic to discuss with all of you today. And I believe we're ready to jump right into the topic, I believe, Brother Robert.
Absolutely. And as we mentioned earlier on the program, that we're going to be helping you to understand a little bit more about how it is that you're going to be able to tell the difference between a real photo or something that's been generated by a machine. I mean, we talked about this a month ago, I think a little bit over a month ago, that artificial intelligence is something that's just really exploding in the world today, and which is great. There are a lot of advantages to it. There are a lot of things that are really, really helpful to society. But one of the things that we also want you to be cautious of is understanding what it is that's real or not, because as artificial intelligence has improved and more data has been made available, it's frightening how closely similar a lot of these AI generated images are to the real thing. And unfortunately, that could lead sometimes to you being misled. So we want to make sure that you guys can see the differences. And of course, what better way to do it than to use things that are very, very Florida. We're going to be using photos that are very Florida to try and see if our hosts, and we want you, the audience, to jump in and join us in this challenge by telling us which of these images you think is real or is generated by AI. So let's go ahead and jump right into the program. So as we take a look at the different items here, I'm going to be giving you just sort of a quick recap of what it is that artificial intelligence is. And remember, artificial intelligence is basically it's technology that uses machines, or in other words, computers, to help learn. And how does it learn? It's gathering data. Every time we're on our phones, every time we're entering things into a search engine, every time we click a like, all of these things are data that's being accumulated by these machines, by these computers. And as it starts to accumulate them, it's using this now as a way for determining how to build or generate, that's why it's called generative AI, how it generates these different images. And as you can imagine, a computer is capable of doing this at thousands and thousands, if not millions of different transactions per second, which is something that allows these machines to be able to generate them very, very quickly. So when we take a look at this, some samples of generative AI that we've talked about before were different tools that are available online. As you can see, there are a variety of tools here from some of the big major technology companies that are now using AI tools to build these images and build different ways of gathering information and providing you information that you're searching for. More than just searching for it, now it's actually creating it. Remember when we did this, we did a sample live. We went to one of those engines, the Chat GPT engine, which is a public engine that's available, and just simply said, hey, give me a recipe for chicken adobo. Look how quickly it was able to do that in a matter of seconds. I didn't have to scour through my mom's, a miscellaneous drawer to find the piece of paper that she wrote the recipe on 20 years ago that's now sort of tattered, right, Sister Joy? We've got all of those old recipes laying around now. You can just do it all through here. But some samples of generative AI we used to be able to just in minutes and seconds, technically, when we were on, and we were able to just create this robot. Now, this is pretty easy to tell that this is generative AI. It's not a real image. because if I ever see one of those on a beach, I'm going to be turning and running the other way. But those aren't real images. But what we're going to be talking about right now are actual images. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to put an image up on the screen. I'm going to ask our wonderful and highly intelligent co-hosts to tell us which of the images they think is real versus AI generated. But we're going to be asking you, the audience, in the chat. If you're not on, please jump onto our YouTube channel right now. And in the chat, tell us which of the images you think is AI by selecting number 1 or selecting number 2. So you guys ready? All right, let's go ahead and dive right into it. The very
This
first
is exciting.
image.
The pressure's on, Brother
Yes.
Robert.
Yes, this is very, and of course, we're
Highly
kicking it off.
intelligent.
We are
I
kicking it off with an iconic Florida image that strikes fear into the heart of all tourists, and that is, of course, alligators. So as you take a look at the image here of these 2 alligators, which one do you think
This is
is
kind of tricky.
artificially generated or real? Which one do you think, Sister Joy?
I don't know. This is close. I was kind of hoping we were going to have images like the previous one you had on
Like the
screen.
robot on a beach
like
with
a
a
robot,
microphone? Yeah, no,
So
it's not
that
going to be
one-
that easy.
Oh,
So which
man,
one of these do you think is an actual image that's been photographed versus
this
one
is kind of
that's
tricky,
generated?
but I'm going to go with number 2.
Number 2
It
is
looks
the
like
AI?
some natural. No, that is AI. That is not AI, because for number 2, for me, it looks like it's natural lighting.
Okay.
That's what I'm
So
going
you
with.
think that's the real photo?
Yes, but are you
Okay.
testing my intelligence?
Well,
here?
remember, you guys are super intelligent. What about you, Sister Marisol? Which one do you think is the real one?
I think 2 is the real one.
You think 2's
looks
the
a
real
little
one?
bit too sharp, too
Yeah.
clean.
Oh, you don't think I have a good enough camera to take a picture of the chart? How about you, Sister Audrey?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. 2's the real photo, 1's the AI.
1 is AI. Let's take a look and see what happens here.
Let's see.
Oh, okay. There you go. Nice job. All right.
Nice.
One for the
What do our
host.
viewers say? Did anybody
got one.
participate here?
Not yet. All right.
Okay, guys,
Maybe the
log
next
in
photo.
and yeah, come on,
Next
join
photo.
us
Let's jump
on
on
this.
in.
That was
All right. How
pretty
about
close.
this one? Pirate ships here in the Tampa Bay area are super, super popular. We have a festival dedicated to pirate ships, in fact, in
Really?
February.
Hmm.
But which one of these photos is an actual photo of a pirate ship here versus one that is generated by artificial intelligence?
Did you just give us a hint?
I don't know. Did I?
Hmm.
And welcome, Sister Arnie. If you're on, Sister Arnie, help us. Sister Arnie's from our sister station there in South Central States that comes
Welcome,
on
Paul.
after us.
Welcome.
Let us know, what do you think is the auto-generated image versus the one? Sister Joy.
Hmm. I don't know if you just gave me a hint, so I'm kind of like mixing in what I see and what you just told me.
This is worse at a game show.
I I mean, I think number 2 is the real one, considering what you said, that there are, in the Tampa Bay area. Is that Tampa Bay? Does
Yeah.
that look like a Bay Area? See, so
It looks
now
like
I'm
a
going to
bay.
analyze,
All right, you got to
break this down.
Bay Area. Okay, you're going with number 2 being the real
I think
image.
being the real thing is number
Very,
2.
very good. What about you, Sister Marisol?
I want to say 2 as well.
Real image? Okay. Sister Audrey?
Yeah, 2, because I don't know what that white line is on number 1. Like there's
Yeah.
See,
All
we're
right,
gonna like
let's take a look. Which one's the AI image? The AI generated image is because you can actually tell artificial intelligence to not make it super sharp on purpose to try and generate an image that doesn't look. So that one on the left is an actual photo of the pirate ship gas bar here at sunset.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
So there you go. All right, you guys are one for one. Very good, Sister Arnie J. She saw it. She picked it out. Yep. All right. Let's see. And Brother Adrian. Yep. You too. Let's take a look. How about fishing? Big thing here in Florida. Fishing. Which one of these is artificially generated?
Well, that definitely looks like Brother Jeff Sullivan.
Well, you guys. So which one of these though do you think that I actually had to generate via AI? How about you, Sister Joy? We'll start with you again.
let's see. You stumped me the last one. I could see someone taking the photo for one. Number two, I'm thinking number one's the real one, and number two,
Is AI?
because I'm now kind of confused. Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna try. That was the point, right? Okay. Number one, I'm gonna say is the real one because I could see
Okay.
someone, getting their
Actually
iPhone
doing a
out.
sunset
Yeah.
photo. Okay,
Okay.
good. Sister
Thank
Marisol, how about you?
I don't know. This is tough, but 2 seems like a more realistic setup for someone who
Yes.
was fishing. So I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
number 2 is the real one.
All right. What about you, Sister Audrey?
I'm gonna go with one being the real one. Is
One
that a
being the
branch?
real one?
Number two,
Is that a what?
a branch. That line coming, like connecting to
I can't say. I'm just.
You
It's
know
a
what gets
picture.
me with number
It's a
two is the
circle.
background.
Yeah.
Yeah, the water
It's
looks.
so straight.
All right.
It's
All
so
right.
strange. Yeah, it's like
I'm gonna be the
hmm.
unpopular opinion because last
take
time
a
we
look.
got tricked by the same logic.
Let's take a look and see which one is AI.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you know how you can tell this is AI. Here's some tips, and I think you picked up on it, Sister Audrey. Look at the pole. See how the pole is kind of bent? It's tweaked.
Oh, that's
One
a
of the things that AI, yeah, it's not a branch. And also, when you take a look at his elbow, the strap is missing. So his arm just kind of ends right there. So he looks like he looks as if he's missing parts of his limb. One of the things that artificial intelligence hasn't perfected yet is people. It does a great job with images of like landscapes and things like that, but it hasn't had the opportunity yet to perfect people. And we're going to see a good example of that here in just a second. How about sand dollars? Big thing here in Florida,
Yeah.
right? Sand dollars are huge when you're traveling in Florida, especially along some of the coastal beaches, picking these up. So tourists love to get them, but which one of these is generated by AI? Any guesses here? We'll start the other way. Sister Audrey, which one do you think is real? I can see her her face is right in the screen. I could see.
I know she's like really taking it apart.
because I'm also blind. I'm gonna say 2 is AI, 1 is real.
Yeah. All right, Sister Marisol, how about you?
I'm gonna say the same thing, just because 1 looks more like what we see at the beach when we go here.
Yeah, and sand dollars don't look like they have watermelon seeds on it. That's what number 2 looks like.
Oh, see, that's what happens when you have like a legit beach person on the show. You know.
There you go.
So, what about you, Sister Valerie Joy?
I'm
I used your full name because
I know that's like got my attention. Like sit up right and proper and pay attention. Let's see. Ooh, I'm still kind of I'm born and raised in Florida, but this is still kind of stumping me. I see what you're seeing, Audrey, but number one, I could see someone maybe up close. Maybe that is like a store-bought sand dollar and they put it on the sand.
That somebody just threw on the sand, yeah, because
and then took a picture.
you know, sand dollars don't really come out white, right? If you find a real sand dollar on the beach here in Florida, don't be disappointed because they don't look like this.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
Until you bleach them.
You bleach them, exactly. That's the secret.
Ooh,
Don't spend the money. Don't spend the money at the gift shop. Just pick up your own sand dollars and throw them in some bleach.
But just make sure they're like dead, because otherwise
you don't pick up live sand dollars. So, Sister Joy, which one?
Okay, you see, and that's why I'm torn because I'm like, this could be a sand dollar, and they just threw it on the sand.
Yeah, could be.
Okay. I am going to go with. Okay, I'm gonna lean with number one being the real one.
Number one being the real one. Let's see. Oh, look at that. The watermelon seeds gave it away. Nice job. That's true. All right. Moving on to the next one. Beloved manatee. Beloved manatee here in Florida. We've got a great photo of a mama and a pup. And then we've got one that's just basking in the springs, which, by the way, as a PSA, next week we're going to be talking about the beauty of the Florida Springs. So we're going to be talking about manatee that we've experienced in real life here in the Florida Springs. But which one of these do you think, Sister Audrey, is the real one?
I don't want to get too confident, but I think number 1 is real, 2 is AI.
Why do you say that?
There's a texture of the water that feels uncomforting.
Oh man.
I feel like I'm at a museum and I'm talking nonsense.
Okay. Okay, Sister Maricel, let's see if are you going with your gut or you're going to get scientific with us?
I think number 1 is the real one, just because the way the light's coming at or like bouncing off the water looks more real. It looks sort of painted on number 2. Also, the shape of the manatee looks a little weird on number 2. Like it's too long.
Like it makes the pup look like a seal, not a manatee pup.
Oh, look at all the thought going on here.
Manatee pups are hefty. They look like boulders.
Yeah.
This could be an underfed manatee. You don't know that.
See, but this is where it kind of fools you, right? Because I feel the same way. Is this like one of those incidents where like, oh, look, it's one of those random manatees that needs to be rescued? And
Yeah, exactly.
It's really fooling me.
All right. Which one are you going with, Sister Joy?
I'm going with 1. I like that I see the little silhouette in the
So
background.
you think one's the real one?
I think 1 might be
the real one. Okay, let's see. Very good. Very good, hosts. And that is exactly one of the things you should look for when you're looking at a photo, because manatee typically aren't that long. So if you know what you're looking at, then it's going to be something that's going to help you to determine if it's real or not. All right. How about a beautiful beach?
Ooh.
Beautiful beach. In fact, I'll even give you the name, a beautiful Destin, Florida beach. Which one of these is the actual photo of a Destin, Florida beach?
I'm gonna jump in. I can look at this and I could be wrong, but I'm thinking number 1 is the real thing.
One's the real one? And we all know how the sand is here, right? That's the sand is beautiful, perfect. How about you, Sister Maricel?
I'm leaning towards number 1 as well.
As being the real one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about you, Sister Audrey?
I've taken many photos of the number 2 style. I don't know. There's something off about the water and the sand in number 1. I'm going to say number 2 is the real one. 1 is
number
AI.
2 is the real one. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
Number 1. AI generated. Look at that. That's sand. But look at how similar the sand texture is. AI, again, does a really, really good job with inanimate objects, with things that aren't living. But the minute it has to try to figure out where to put your fingers, it doesn't know what to do. So,
well, but if you go to the beach, sand doesn't look like that. It doesn't go smooth and then just rough, and then you've got like a perfect parallel line.
After I said my answer, I saw like the line. I'm like, okay, maybe it's taken at low tide.
Yeah, well, you never know. I mean, photos, Jacksonville, which one of these?
Oh no.
Is it gotcha?
Which one?
Well,
Which one of these?
if number 1 is real, it would have been taken a long time ago, right? Because the bridge doesn't look like that.
Yeah, I can't say anything about that, but it's so which one?
Correct. Yeah.
Just which one, Sister Audrey? I don't want you looking at it too long, so I need a decision because you would know, but
oh no, that's a lot of pressure.
Which one's real? Only one of these. Which one's real?
Okay, 1's real, 2's AI.
You think 2's AI? Oh, okay. Sister Maricel.
Boy.
I want to say 1 is real, just because the buildings look more accurate.
You think 1 is real? Okay. What about you, Sister Joy?
I'm gonna just go with the opposite, and the only reason why is because for number 1, the lighting What do I know? But I'm just saying the lighting on that building. I'm trying to sound like I know what I'm talking about here. The lighting on the buildings look brighter.
I sat there and I hand painted every one of these using AI. So you think number one's the real one?
I
Or
think
the fake
number
one?
2 is the real one.
You think
Well,
number
I
two's the real
don't
one? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going.
know.
All right.
The
Let's
lighting
take a
looks weird coming off the buildings, though.
Let's take a look though. Oh.
Yay.
Now,
Goodness.
but here's an important piece, and I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked Sister Audrey didn't pick up on this, but what's missing from this photo? You guys see something missing from this photo down here on the right?
The reflections?
No, there's an actual entire truss missing.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
whole
well-
center section is gone.
Well, what's funny is that I was actually looking at the bridge arches because I'm like, there's definitely a connection there, but it also doesn't look like that. The bridge doesn't look like that.
Yeah, but this is how easy it is to be able to type in, show me a bridge in Jacksonville, Florida at night, and this is what you get. And it still took a couple seconds, right, for you guys to take a look at it and make sure. Let's take a look at the next one. Oh, who's been to Key West?
Oh,
Which one of these?
This is easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Audrey, which one's yours?
One's real, two's AI.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. What was the giveaway?
The spelling.
There you go. But that's a lesson, okay? I want the audience, because when you're looking at images, what happens is you're so entranced by the beauty of the image, by the background of the image. Pay attention to the details. If you've ever been to or have ever seen a legitimate photo of this iconic image in Key West, you'll know
Yeah.
those are not the letters that belong on there. So you can see the words. And again, that's another thing that AI doesn't do very well, is it doesn't do words very well. So as intelligent as machines are, it doesn't know how to figure out people, and it doesn't know what to do with words. So, we need to just, again, pay very close attention when you're looking at photos to determine whether they're real or not. All right, let's go to another one. How about this?
Ooh.
Lighthouse. Lots of lighthouses down here, right? Which
What
one
was
of
the
these?
prompt for this one?
I like that.
It just said lighthouse in Florida.
I'm
I
gonna
think one is real.
Which one?
I want to say one.
Think one's real? Okay.
Ooh, I was gonna jump in and say one is AI. and
Okay.
two is real.
We got 1 and 1. What about you, Sister Joy? Which one do you think?
I'm going to agree with Sister Audrey. I think 2 is real. I'm trying to think of if I was standing next to the lighthouse.
What would it look like?
Yes.
I
Although
wanna
the
switch
little
to
palm
you,
tree,
because
little
it's
fuzzy things might get me. Okay, I think 2 is real.
You think two's real?
Let's just see if I'm wrong. Let me learn
All right,
from
Let's
if
take
I
a
get
look.
this wrong. Oh,
Nice.
AI image is the one on the left, and again, when you put it in and you say, show me a lighthouse in Jacksonville, or no, actually it was, show me a lighthouse in St. Augustine on a cloudy day, this is what you get. And so intentionally, artificial intelligence tries to mud the image a little bit so it doesn't look so sharp. But then, as you can see on the right hand side, it's a very sharp image. So it's again, we just need to be really, really cautious, because you want to make sure that you're paying close attention to those details, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
And I've never seen a lighthouse with 2 random windows like that. And the windows don't even look even.
The trees would be like the Florida giveaway, because I thought it was weird that
Yeah,
like, that type of tree would be near a lighthouse.
exactly.
Also, so I think like when you say Florida, AI is trying to put in like Florida iconic.
Anytime, exactly. Anytime you use the word Florida,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what the picture is, it's going to throw a palm tree in it. It's like, okay, I'm going to throw a palm tree in there.
But that's where it can get. It really can get you, because that's why I'm like,
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's take a look at, I think this is one of the last images. What do we got here? Oh, yeah, cruising. Cruising, big thing here in Florida, right? So here's a cruise line, very popular here in Florida. Which one of these do you think is the real photo? If you were going on a cruise,
Good.
which one of these ships would you want to go on?
I feel like I've seen these photos, like on their advertisements.
Right.
Hmm.
I'm also trying to think. What
We aren't claiming and or promoting any particular brand of cruise, but this is probably one of the more iconic ones that are here. So, which one do you think, Sister Joy, is the real one? Number 1 or number 2?
Real versus AI. And then I start to think, well, these photos could still be real, but photoshopped. So does that count? I am going to say, oh yeah, what were the key words that you plugged in to search?
Well, wait a minute. You don't get to phone a friend on this show. So.
Okay. Number 1 is something that I'd probably see on a pamphlet. So maybe 2. I mean, wait a minute. I'm going to say no to number 2 because why is the ship that close to the pier?
So which one do you think is? So you're saying number 2 is AI generated?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Marisol, what do we got?
I was gonna say 2 for the same thing.
Okay.
That seems a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Just
awfully close, right? All right.
Too close.
Sister Audrey, how about you? Which one of these is it?
2 is AI because that water looks un-Florida.
Yeah. Actually.
All right. I don't know, Brother Adrian, but he says that he thinks that 1 is AI because the lighting looks a little too off, right?
Oh, thanks for.
And Sister Catlea from up there in New Jersey says it's tough, and apparently it very, very much is. But let's take a look. Which one of these is AI generated? You know what you should have looked at? What you should have looked at is look at the top, the steam. Whatever, I don't know what you call this thing, the wing at the top. On a legitimate one, it's facing that direction. On the AI generated one, it's backwards.
Oh.
Which you may not have known unless you've actually been on one of their ships. Yeah. But yeah, it's literally backwards. But good job there on the pickup, right? All right, last one. Here's our last one. You can't do this without actual Florida palm trees swaying. Which one of these do you think is real?
I'm saying
welcome, brother Nate from South Central States. Which one of these can you guys tell us is real, 1 or 2? Which one of these is AI generated?
I'm jumping in and saying 2 because the wind direction that's blowing looks like it's the same as the water and the trees. And then for number 1, the wind is supposed to be blowing the leaves to in one direction, and the flags in the background.
Ooh, all right.
That's where I'm going.
We're getting real technical now. All right. How about you, Sister Marisol? Let's see.
I want to say 2 is AI. That one leaf that fell off the tree is falling the opposite direction that the leaves are blowing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right there.
Oh man, what happened? I didn't even get to vote in it. Oh,
you know what? That is AI. Only a real person could do.
Oh no! I hit escape, and that's what happened. Oh, but yes. So the AI photograph is the one that is on the right for all of the reasons that you guys had mentioned. It is unfortunate though that now we are at the bottom, or actually the top of the hour for us. Thank you guys for joining. I mean, we had quite a few folks that were jumping in online and sharing their opinions. So thank you very much for doing that. We always want to try and get as much engagement from you guys because, we are a very bright crew, but with all of you guys on, it just makes us even brighter. But thank you guys for joining us. Next week, like we said, we're going to be talking about all of those beautiful Florida springs that they have here. We're going to be exploring them, and our hosts who've been to those are going to be sharing some photos and some experiences, because that's the one thing a lot of people don't realize. It's not all about it's not all about amusement parks and beaches here in Florida. There's a lot more. So please stay tuned next week, and we'll be joining once again this lovely crew that we've got here. So this is Brother Robert here in Tampa, Florida, for Sister Joy there in Orlando, for Sister Maricel Soria, now still a newlywed there. Congratulations, in Tampa, Florida as well. And Sister Audrey, who's there in Tampa, who is not too far away from being a mommy. So we're very much looking forward to having the little one on the show. But thanks for joining, everybody. We're so grateful that you're able to join us every Saturday. We're going to be here again next week, Saturday at 9:30 a.m. East Coast, 8:30 a.m. Central. For now, have a great Saturday, and we'll see you next week.